What's up, everyone? I'm about to give you my top stocks for this week. The top three for this week is ALYI, TCNNF, BFLY, and I'll also talk about Ethereum, PATH, and BP. So if you want to skip around the video to the stocks that you own or interest you, totally feel free to do that. Okay, so starting off with ALYI, we saw a big jump in ALYI this week as news came out that Alternate Systems is on track to meet their July delivery date. I covered ALI exclusively in a video a couple days ago, so if you own ALI, I really recommend you watch that video because I jump into ALI really in depth. So with deliveries on track, though, very briefly, with deliveries on track, there is nothing but catalyst for ALI in this next month. With some volume, I think it's more than likely we will move up to test the top line of resistance on the current trading range around 8 cents very soon. With the crazy valuations being thrown around to EV companies, ALI sitting at 29 PE is really cheap. In comparison, Tesla's at 600 times PE. So given it's such a small market cap stock, sub $10 million, it takes a very small amount of capital to appreciate the share price. So if we saw, $7 million get thrown into ALI, share price would double. And obviously that's not the same for Tesla or a lot of these bigger EV companies. So there's a little bit more of an opportunity there. So ALI is my top stock for 2021. I've said that for a while. Shout out to the Discord if you were able to catch that alert before this most recent 70% run. And technically, we've finally bounced off of this 4 cent support level. I've been talking about it for a long time. I'm sure a couple people are getting sick and tired of hearing it. I was getting tired of saying 4%. I mean, 4 cents is our support line. But now we finally broken above that. We're printing a mini bull flag right here, actually, which hasn't played out yet, but I think we will play this out. So yeah, there's the bull flag here. I think we'll probably move up to 8 cents, this week. And once we get those deliveries, I think we'll go parabolic and run up to $1. That's my belief, and I'm positioned personally for it. So that's my top stock for 2021 ALI, Mars mission, the moonshot. All right, let's move over to Trueville. So this company is a U.S.-based weed producer and retailer. Trueville Cannabis is one of the rarely profitable cannabis firms. They are set to benefit greater than any stock on the market from more states legalizing marijuana, as they are a pure play U.S. Weed company. So why would anyone buy Canadian pot companies, Tilray, ACB, SNDL, that aren't profitable when the real weed market is in the United States? For example, the state of California alone is a larger market for cannabis sales than the entire country of Canada. So why are we doing that? Long term, I'm a long term holder of TCNNF. It's my top pick of the pot sector. Currently, we are seeing TCNNF find support around that $35 level, and I think we hold support and we move up to the top line of resistance on the current trend. So that would move us up to about $50, so 35 to 50. It's a pretty good jump. I think it could happen sooner than later. More states are legalizing, as I said, and that's about a what? That's about a 41% upside. Predicting. So, and I had sent out an alert this week about it. We saw a little bit of a jump. Shout out to the Discord. Links in the description if you're not already in. And I think TCNF continues to do well, and it's a really good long-term hold. I really believe in the pot sector, the EV sector. Those are just the crypto sector. You really, in my opinion, if you're a growth person, if you want to make some long-term gains, you need to be in those sectors, the weed sector, the crypto sector, and the innovative tech sector as well, which I would kind of bunch into EV. Okay. Let's move over to BFLY. So we've been in this name for a while now, but for those who don't know, BFLY is an innovative healthcare company that has created a handheld ultrasound that cuts the price of ultrasounds by 90%. It's a good time to get in now, as the last quarter was BFLY's best quarter. They're trading at a cheap, 5 times PE, which is amazing considering the growth potential for this company. So they're targeting emerging markets, by slashing the price of ultrasounds by 90%. They're going to be able to come in and offer this technology for cheap for countries that, don't really have any other options. So it makes a lot of sense here. It's at a good valuation. And we've also seen the price cool down a little bit recently. So we were trading at almost $15 and we've come down to about 14. So currently support is at $13. I do not see us falling below 13. And I do think that we move up to this $20 level, by the end of that option expiry, which is 10/15. So within the next couple of months, I do believe we will see a $20 BFLY. That being said, I own some options. I'm also long shares. So I'm in it for the long haul as well. All right. Let's look at Ethereum here. I mean, wow. Did this chart play out well? So as you can see, I made a prediction a couple weeks back that Ethereum was going to make a pretty big decision in its chart. It was either going to, reject this support level right here and not be able to hold it, which it did, or it was either going to run up and accept the support level. Unfortunately, we did see it drop, and we are seeing it come down to my downside price target of 2,000, which I have been saying for the past couple weeks. So how I like to play this though, really, I'm just a long-term holder in Ethereum. So many great things to talk about with Ethereum. You got Ethereum 2.0 coming out very soon, within the next couple months, and that's really gonna slash energy costs for the Ethereum blockchain, which will, it's already the most used blockchain system in the world. I mean, practically all of DeFi is on the Ethereum blockchain. NFTs are still around. I don't think those are going away. Smart contracts are here to stay. And if you believe in those trends, those digital trends, really, if you believe in the crypto sector as a whole, Ethereum is a great long-term hold. It really is. As it's more of the gas that fuels the crypto system. And people kind of, the general analogy is, Ethereum is the gas and Bitcoin is the gold. That's the general analogy people use. So there is a reason for this drop, though. So the U.S. dollar is breaking out, which really caused all cryptos to pull back, as these currencies are denominated in dollars, right? Because right now it's Ethereum USD, right? So it's Ethereum / USD. So they're denominated in US dollars. So the dollar movement is very important because it's half the equation, right? So although the Federal Reserve didn't raise rates or cut QE, we are seeing, the dollar breakout, which is a big negative for crypto in the short term. I'm still bullish crypto in general, but the breakout of the US dollar is definitely worth noting, and I'll show it here. It's pretty firm. I mean, right on the policy news. We saw, a big jump, and we saw us try to reject that level, but no, we confirmed it. So unfortunately, it does look like rates will probably move higher. The dollar will probably strengthen, probably continue this trend, and that would be bad for cryptos in the short term. But if you're a long-term believer, this really is just kind of noise. It's just the truth of it. See, everyone wants to have that huge hold, have that huge big gainer, but it's not all about, just sitting and watching the price go up. That's not really how it works. Typically, you're going to have to sit through some bad times to really see those big upswings. And right now, I think we're going to be sitting through a bad time in terms of crypto, but I still believe in it long term, 100%. And trying to jump in and out exactly when at the exact right time is just going to make you miss it. That's just my opinion. Okay, let's talk about Path here. So UiPath is the #1 robotic automation company. 63% of the Fortune 500 use Path to automate tasks. The dollar-based net retention rate is 145%, meaning companies on average increase their spending with Path by 45%. So Path also grew revenue 65% year over year, and the company is a very popular innovative tech play. This stock is actually the only stock that is in all 6 ARK Invest funds, which is very interesting. It kind of shows you the broad scope of this company, and what robotic automation can do, and it's really important in every sector. So that's kind of why they threw it in each index. So I like UPath here as a very long term hold. This isn't a trade. This is a set it and for get it tight position. You're not going to be able to trade in and out of this. They just nice thing is they did just report a profit on the last quarter, so that's a good thing for tech. And just given how the valuations have been for tech in general, seeing a company this young turn a profit is very, very positive. Okay, so let's move over to BP. All right, so this one's kind of a sad one. So BP unfortunately broke out of this long uptrend, this long ascending channel we've been in since bottoms back in November. So unfortunately, it looks like we're rejecting the $27 level, which just hurts because you can do everything you can with technicals, and sometimes it still won't work out. Unfortunately, it looks like BP is rejecting the level. I did not think it would, but honestly, in the long term, so supply constraints, supply is being constrained, by all these green policies, which right or wrong, but it's just the demand for oil and gas is increasing more than ever, and we're actually cutting supply. So what's that doing to the price of oil? Well, when you cut supply and demand increases, you don't need a degree to know that the price is going to go up. So as we go into the summer, oil and gas stocks should be pushed, by that spot price of oil. The only thing about BP is we really did break a very crucial technical trend. So I am a little worried in the short term, but in terms of a long-term hold, I'm really not worried about BP. If you want to, shout the Discord. I assume most of you guys are in my Discord if you're watching this. So on our calls, they're a couple months out. So I really wouldn't be worried about them. Those short-term calls, I'd be a little more worried. So yeah, that's my general thoughts on the oil and gas market. Still very bullish on it. I mean, here we'll take a look at the oil and gas spot price real quick. Yeah, so we haven't broken into trends here. Still on a nice, clear ascending channel here, and I think this continues. I think as we cut supply because of policy, and as demand rises, driving season, summer, right? We should see the oil and gas stocks really do well in the second half of this year. I really think they'll be the sector to really do. I think it'll be tech and it'll be oil and gas. Oil and gas will kind of be the value play, if you will, and then tech will still be tech. Crypto, I think does well once we get over this strong dollar hump as well. All right, so I'll end it there. If you could like and subscribe this video, I'd really appreciate it. Really appreciate you watching the whole thing if you're still here watching. And yeah, join the Discord if you haven't already. Links in the bio. And good luck trading.